Good morning. My name is Ayo from Africa TV. This is another fresh edition of Sports Headquarters. Now, a lot of time now. We are coming to the tail ends. Let me say to the end now. The tail ends. We have like some leagues have like 2, 3, and some leagues have like 3. Let's say 2, 3. Let's say 3. Have it 3. Now, major leagues in the world are coming down, especially those one in Europe now. MLS, major leagues in the world generally are coming. Now, what we notice that in all leagues now, like in League One now, Napoli has been confirmed as champions because they've been able to they've been crowned champions. Celebrations has happened in the city of Naples. Now, Napoli is the club of the legend Diego Maradona, and now we have our own Victor Osimhen there, and then we have a champion. Now, our own player too that plays in Saudi Arabia also was able to clinch the clinks up. Now we also know that Cristiano Ronaldo also plays trade in the Saudi Arabian league now with Al Hilal and Al Ittihad. Those are the major two clubs there. Now, in Premiership, it is like a 2-horse race between Man City and Arsenal. Now, Arsenal seems to be like falling back now after they lost to Brighton 3-0. That makes them fall back. Now, Bukayo Saka, the Nigerian-born, English striker, was talking up in the documentary recently and talks about his movement from being a superstar. Now, the shift affected him a lot because he has to grow up very fastly now, being a student and then now being thrown into the limelight of what is called, the world of football. Now, he was talking about in that documentary, he talks about becoming a leader at a very young age, and that plays huge expectation on him and dealing with rising expectation. And he also talks about he's growing up in London and the issue with cultures now, because he was from Nigeria. He admitted being from Nigeria, but he said his spirit, soul and spirit, or he's already married to the city of London. Now that was one. Now let's go to Champions League now. Champions League now left. It's now of 4 clubs now. Real Madrid against Man City, to Inter against AC Milan. Now, for the first time in I think it's 5 or 6 years now, the Serie A teams are in the semi-final. Now, one of them automatically is going to the final. Now, with the matches that was played on Tuesday and Wednesday, the 2 legs, the final decided of the 2 legs, played on Wednesday this week. Real Madrid is out, and then AC Milan also is out. So the final that's coming up later in the last week of May because we are going to play Europa in the first week of June, and then we have the Europa Conference League final to also come in June, so they should be in first week of May. Now, what is now is that for the first time, in second time, Man City is going to be in the final, and then the big clubs that could top them, Real Madrid, they were the ones that ousted them at the semi-final champion. Now, the result of the 2 legs now, the decider means that we should expect to see Man City and Inter playing the final. Now, some history records now have been popping up now. Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez. And Julian Alvarez was the one that scored the 2 goals, if I'm right. The 2 goals in the second leg that was played at Etihad. And Etihad, the first leg was at Bernabeu, and the second leg was at Etihad Stadium. Now, these 2 players are on the way to make a Guinness World Record in football, has been players that have been able to win the World Cup with the national team and be able to win Champions League with their respective club side. I know Julian Alvarez is Man City, and I think Lautaro Martinez is out of Inter. But both of them are from the same continent, Argentina. And Argentina is captained by Lionel Messi of PSG, and the great Lionel Messi. So both of them are on the verge of winning World Cup and Champions League. Champions League final is going to happen in Istanbul, in Turkey. And that stadium has hosted like 2 or 3 fast finals like that. So everybody's looking for a Champions League final. No, Champions League is one of the great football events everybody watches out. Now, boxing promoter Eddie Hearn has confirmed that Anthony Joshua fight is going to be in Saudi Arabia later in this year. But he also gave us some information about the ones that involve Tyson Fury and the other names that are coming up. Now, it seems that boxers nowadays want to earn more, so to sign agreement now for fights now. Even if Joshua is out, have lost all his bets, but was able to win his last fight, that will put him in contention to fight another fight in December. Signing deals, agreeing fights among boxers is becoming more of money, cash, than sporting interest or passion. So Anthony Joshua manager Eddie Hearn is telling us people should know that a lot of talks are going underground. about fights, especially the one that will ultimately crown undisputed heavyweight champion, a boxer that will carry the 3 heavyweight belts in one ring. That is the one that's going to happen. That's scheduled to hold between Tyson Fury and Usyk. Now, Usyk is the one that collected the belt from Anthony Joshua. Now, both of them are not finding a silver ground to arrive at their discussion. That's not. Now, City as a club is on the way for a treble. Treble means 3 titles this season. Because City have already set for 3 finals respectively. Now, 1 Premier League. Now, if you are able to win Chelsea this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, then they will be able to be crowned champions now. Now, even if Arsenal wins this weekend, I don't think that has an effect again. But if Chelsea can defeat them, it's just like postponing it. Now, they have 3 matches now to be crowned champions. Now, is either they win one of the 3. If they lose the remaining 2, that's so be it. But people are saying this City team that we are seeing now, they are so complete to the A and Z of it. Now, they are also in another final against Man United at Wembley on June 3rd. That is the FA Cup. And then Man U, before the semi-final against Newcastle, were fumbling. After the semi-final, they won against Wolves. Now, people are saying that maybe Man U could also break that, but after the Wolves victory, they'll be like, going down. Although I think they win their last 10 match. Now, against Chelsea, that's the decider for their title. Now, they're also in contention to face Inter Milan in the Champions League. That's happening in Istanbul, in Turkey, later in the month. I think it's May 23 or 26, the last week of May. Now they're playing. So, as a club, Man City are on the way to win 3 titles now. 3 titles alone. And then that will call for celebration in the Upper Manchester United. That's what they call the side where Man City is now. RC Lens are set to qualify for the next year's season Champions League. I think they are 3rd or 4th in the League One. After PSG and Monaco, these are the traditional rivals for the title. Now, RC Lens are set to feature in the Champions League. So if you see League One finalists or 4 teams for next season, don't be surprised to see RC Lens. Now, RC Lens was promoted back to League One. In 2021, they finished in League One among the first 10 clubs. Now, in 2023, they've qualified for the Champions League. A very big and tremendous development or progression for that club that was playing in the League 2. The Division 2 of the League One. Now, Folani Balogun, who is also Nigerian born, just like Busayo Saka, has committed his international future to the United States men national team. Now, why Folani did that was that in an interview he granted, he's becoming a star because Folani Balogun is a player of Arsenal that's playing in this. In the League One. I think he's playing for Nantes. He's playing for Nantes. Now, said he was born in US. But along the year, before he clocked 3, both his parents moved down to London in UK, and that was why he had to got enrolled in Arsenal, in the Gunners Academy. Now he has finally chosen United States of America national team, and United States of America is set to participate in CONCACAF tournament, which is like a federation, just like our own CAF tournament that all American countries are performing. Now, another one of the positive highlights for this season that is rounding up, this particular 2023 that we hear, is final players now. 2 of them, Okun Kaku and Justin Bijlow, jumping in the stands, celebrating their title win with 2 of their fans who are terminally ill, who were brought on crutches. On stretchers, apologies. On stretchers, they were terminally, they cannot sit, they cannot stand, to celebrate with them. And the cameras captured them. And then, because our eyes are always online, we decided to bring that this is world football. Not only sport, football as a game can do, and maybe that's why football is one of the sport that is widely. Now, Phil Jones and the old transfer saga. Now, a lot of players are coming up now, becoming speculation of transfers. Now, we have Granit Xhaka, we have Sadio Mane. Some of the players are moving from Europe to Europe. Some are moving from Europe to the retirement leagues. The Saudi Arabia. All these Arab leagues where they are collecting their final big pay because playing football is another thing. Making money is another thing. Now, Phil Jones is going to be released this season. And because in last 2019, he has only 19 times after his signing new deal in 2019. That's one of this. Now, Luton Town, the championship, which is an arm of English FA, is getting promoted to the EPL after defeating Sunderland. Sunderland, if you remember, is one of the traditional teams that have been, in the Premiership before, but they got relegated. No, Luton Town now is coming back up. Now, for them to be integrated into the mainstream now, the Premiership League, they need almost £10 million to renovate their stadium. Is obviously just like a community playing ground. Now they need that. So next season, one of the things that are coming up again after Burnley, which closed by this former Man City captain Vincent Kompany, is Luton Town. Vinicius Junior agent now has said that Vinicius could be set to play for Real Madrid alone, and people are saying it's too early to say that, because Vinicius, even at 21, if I'm right, is still a youngster, although of African descent, has won everything. He has won Champions League, he has won the King's Cup, which is the FA Cup this season. Europa Cup is not seen as so much glamorous. So his senior said Real Madrid could have Vinicius for life. Thierry Henry and Madini also met recently during the AC Milan Inter Milan, and both of them share a video where they talk about how they fear each other as players. Now that's how it is. When you are playing, you don't show your fear, but after the match or many years after, you can talk how you respect your other opponent. Now Brentford striker now Ivan Toney was one of the players that was left out of the England list on last World Cup, if I'm right. Yes, for last World Cup, and people were questioning because at that time he was already on 2 digits, I think 14-9, one of the highest goal scorers now. He has been fined by the FA £2,000 for betting, and has been won or even by for all football-related matters. Now he has been given future warning about his conduct because the FA rules forbid players personally betting. They could use process, but it forbid them betting or their name appearing on the systems of betting companies. Now Patrick Vieira, others people have been talking about the Gunners disappointing late minute title drop. That is normal. Now the Nigerian Basketball Federation has decided to organize a national youth development program which is targeting fresh under 16 male and female players. That is about planning for the future. We'll give you more details about that later. Now PSG fans, now the Ultras now, who call themselves CUF, now are threatening to boycott their next season matches if Lionel Messi and the Brazilian star Neymar is not released, has to go. They also attacked the club CEO Nasser Al Khalifa, a billionaire from the Arab Emirates, that you are in for trouble next season in Paris if these players do not go. Also, this our own African-born player now, who's now Chelsea striker but on loan to Barcelona, who's facing hard times, career-wise, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, has announced that he's coming back to the Gabon national team. This is because after having meeting with the country's president. Now, this is our package for the sport headquarters on Africa TV, YouTube and Facebook. You can follow us or drop comments now. My name is Ayo Phillips. Bye.